by golly, duck calling. Something that's just kind of a fine art. And yes, a duck call is a musical instrument. So I'll give just a short demonstration to show you what the final product's supposed to be like. And then we'll talk about some basics. Okay, went through a whole series of calls there, and of course that's the end product we want to wind up with. I want you to think for a second back to Karate Kid movie. And when the old man was teaching the youngster, what did he start him out with? Painting the fence. Had to go back and forth just a certain way. Left hand, right hand, he had to keep doing this. And of course at the end the kid was ticked off because he thought all he was doing was painting the fence. But those were the fundamentals to be able to learn karate. Duck calling has some fundamentals too that at first aren't fun either, but it's required, it's necessary so that you can get the fundamentals down to be able to make that call sound the way I do. And that fundamental that's so weird with duck calling is coughing. And literally, and a person has to learn to be able to cough and control that cough in a series. So, and you begin by blowing in the back of the call. You hear that thump. That's actually your diaphragm coughing. And what happens is it sets the reed up. Okay? And it takes a while to be able to learn to cough when you want to in a repetitive motion. So what I want you to work on is getting that coughing going prior to coming up to Canada hunting. So I do it in the back of the call because you can specifically hear there's no voice, no vocal cords being involved. So it's not, you get your vocal cords involved and it'll just wipe you out after you've been calling for half an hour. Plus it garbles up the reed. So what I want you to focus on is a good clean cough only. And in the call it sounds like this. And if you could get those fundamentals down, that would be great. If you can get it to where you're comfortable and you're getting that cough down, I then want you to start to do this. Now the difference is I'm still just coughing, but I'm using the back of my tongue like I'm saying the word K. So I start with my tongue up there and then put my tongue back up too. And it allows you to, as opposed to, okay? And obviously that is the fundamental quack. Each time coughing, starting with the tongue at the back of my mouth, up at my roof of my mouth. And if you can get to the point where you can cut it off before that call drops off, so I don't want, a duck is, each note is its own note. And you accomplish that by coughing, starting with the tongue at the back of your mouth, and then of course you adjust the pressure down as you want to drop it. So that's a great opening round. Get down to the point where you can cough, control that cough, keep the larynx out of it, don't want any voice, don't want any of that, just good, clean, and then learn to start cutting it off with the back of your tongue, and you'll get this kind of result. Let's start with that for lesson number 1. Thank you.